Okay, the home faces east. We're on the north exterior wall. We're on the north side of the garage. This is nice. Where the grounding rod was taped up real well. This is the main service electric disconnect. I'm finding, it's boring is good. Boring is good. Moving on alongside, inside the garage west north interior wall, excuse me, this is the main electric service panel. And you see this little red warning light right here? I have in your report a letter from the Eaton company saying that that's a non-issue. It's actually described as being cosmetic. That's what the manufacturer specifies. Is that what the manufacturer states? Then it is what it is. It looks like it would be a problem. I get that. It looks like it would be a problem, but it's not. It's all 20 amp breakers. That's a nice thing. Telephone's ringing. That's a good thing too. Good home. This is Bud. Oh, I got Frank. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, some home inspectors get confused by this, and so I'd like to clear this out. This is L1 and L2 coming to this cabinet. This is not the main disconnect. This is not the main disconnect. These do not require to have rubber covers on them. Okay, for back here, for example, since that's a protective neoprene covers, these breakers right here, see the way they're built up. So that should suffice the requirement. We got other stuff. We got other stuff here to talk about besides the glowing red. See, it's gone off. It'll come back on. I was having a conversation with the code inspector earlier about that. But you'll get a letter. Alright, you shouldn't have more than 1/8 of an inch gap. And that compromises the fire blocking between the cabinet. Okay, this cover is supposed to fit flush to this. Alright. So, in that way, if we have a meltdown, hopefully it stays inside of there. What have we got? Oh, and then these screws, these wonderful little screws right there. See those? Those are sheetrock screws. Drywall screws, if you will. They're brittle, they're fast, they're tight. I get that, but they don't have the sheer strength that a nail has. Ever try to tear apart a treehouse? When those kids nail one of those things together, you never get it out of your yard, do you? So what we've got here is sheetrock screws don't have the same sheer strength. If this structure was to experience a tornado, for example, house blows up, you already got a bad day. I get that. You already got a bad day. But if it was nailed in place instead, then it would stand a much better chance of staying in place. We've got our Ufer ground over here on the wall. I'll have a still image of that. I'd like to have had that open for you, but you'll get a still image. And then the breakers should have been printed. They should have been printed. This is printing. Eaton, Danger, F1112 should have been printed. That 1614, that's printed. This is handwritten. Handwriting. I didn't make that rule up. I did not make the rule up. So, I don't know what the statistical relevance of that is, but what did we learn? We learned that our electric service panel is handwritten. We learned that our cabinet is screwed in and that we got too much of a gap here for the fire blocking. And that's about it. That's about it. Oh, and we got the wrong kind of screws.